Hello everyone. In this video, let's find out about New York, where there's a poor area compared to other US states. But the land area with only 20.2 acres has created a huge GDP of up to 1,800 billion US dollars. If you are wondering why this place is so rich, why this state can control the entire world economy, why this place is plagued by terrorist organizations and causes attacks that have catastrophic and devastating consequences, please watch this video in more detail. New York is located in the northeast of the United States, with an area of 141,300 square kilometers. This is the 27th largest state and is directly connected to other states in the United States, including New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Vermont. New York has an international border with Quebec and Ontario, Canada. This state is often associated with the bustling and modern New York City, but its area is even larger, with terrain such as mountains, grasslands, forests, rivers, lakes. In general, the geographical conditions of New York can be divided into two parts. The first is upstate New York. Although there are many disputes, many people agree that this area does not include New York City and Long Island. This area includes most of the state's mountains and plains, including the Allegheny Plain, stretching from the west through the center and to the south of New York. This is part of the Appalachian Plain. This plateau area includes low, wide, and gradually defogged mountains. Upstate New York also includes the Champlain and Hudson Plains. New York has a border with Canada's Quebec province in the northeast, while the border with Ontario lies on a strip along the Erie River, Niagara River, Ontario River, and St. Lawrence River. In this area, there is the Niagara Falls, which is among the top 10 most magnificent waterfalls in the world. This waterfall stands out for its picturesque images, its beautiful night view. The Niagara Falls includes Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal View Falls. Each second, about 3,160 tons of water flows through this waterfall. Although it is located right on the border between Canada and the United States, each waterfall has its own beauty. In addition, the St. Lawrence River is a large river in the North America region. It flows from the Ontario River in the northeast to the St. Lawrence Valley, connecting the Great Lakes with the Northwestern Ocean. The Hudson River is the largest river in New York State, with a length of 507 kilometers. It originates from the Adirondacks and flows to the south through the Hudson Valley, then flows into the Atlantic Ocean. In addition to being the source of fresh water and livelihood for residents on both sides of the river, this river is also famous for the Airbus A320 aircraft carrier event, which was launched in 1949 by U.S. Airways, saving the lives of 150 passengers and crew. This event took place on January 15, 2009, when the Airbus A320 took off from LaGuardia Airport in New York City. After that, the aircraft had an accident when it hit a skyscraper flying upside down at an altitude of 820 meters. Some of the skyscrapers hit the aircraft's two engines, causing them to explode and stop working immediately. After a series of solutions, Captain Sully decided to let the aircraft land in the Hudson River and successfully save all passengers and crew. This event was later transformed into a film with the title Sully. In this area, the Adirondacks River and Mount Massey are at an altitude of 1,629 meters above sea level. This is also the highest point of the river and also the highest point on the entire territory of the state. The ecosystem here is very diverse, including many ecosystems such as wetlands, swamps, green forests, and green fields. The development of forests, which used to be an important industry, has been greatly limited due to the creation of state reserves. Among them, the Adirondacks Park is part of the New York Forest Reserve. This park has an area of 24,280 square kilometers, including many wetlands and swamps. In 1963, this area was designated a National Historic Site of the United States. Today, this is the home of many rare animals such as the North American bear, the black bear, the American bullfrog, the American ghost. Every year, this park welcomes about 7 to 10 million visitors. The southeast of the state is an area called Downstate New York. It includes Long Island and some small islands, as well as the city of New York and the Hudson River. Long Island has an area of 3,630 square kilometers, 190 kilometers from New York and New Jersey to Monument Point. In general, Long Island's geography is quite flat, surrounded by swamps and separated from land by the East River. In fact, this is a strait connecting Long Island South and Lower Bay. Although the area is quite small, the downstate New York area is about 2.3% of the state's population. This is the home of the New York and New Jersey ports on the Hudson River in the Atlantic Ocean. This is the largest port in the East and the third largest in the United States. New York and New Jersey ports have the third largest cargo volume in the United States and the lowest and deepest level in the East. In 2021, the New York and New Jersey ports accounted for about 9 million shipments. The New York government expects that by 2050, this port area can accommodate more than 17 million shipments. In general, Long Island has a wetland nature. The whole state must be affected by two climates, including warm climates from the southwest and cold climates from the northwest. In summer, from June to September, the temperature is not too high, ranging from 24 to 30 degrees Celsius. In mountainous areas, the temperature is cooler, ranging from 14 to 16 degrees Celsius. On the top of the mountains, there is often snow and snowstorms. In winter, the temperature also changes significantly depending on the area. Mostly below freezing, the temperature fluctuates from 1 to 10 degrees Celsius, and there is snowfall. The economy of New York State is reflected in the GDP total. Accordingly, the GDP in 2021 is $1,850 billion US, the third largest in the United States, only behind California and Texas. But due to the population of only 20.2 million people, the GDP of the average person is up to $91,594 US, which is about 20% higher than the average of the United States. If it is an independent country, this state will be the 10th largest economy in the world and the 5th largest economy in Vietnam. In terms of the manufacturing industry, this field is responsible for exporting goods to other countries. The products are mainly software, selling chips, mobile devices, clothing, crystal, and the like. New York State is widely used by the U.S. government to promote production, increase efficiency, and reduce costs. So many technological symbols have appeared. Silicon Only is a high-tech company concentration in the south of New York City, with Platiron District as the center. Currently, this area is only behind the Silicon Valley in the technology ecosystem. Large companies in technology from all over the world are based here, such as Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. Currently, the New York government is also encouraging companies to start up, so the technology field is no longer the playground of large companies. Next, Tech Valley was born as part of the marketing plan for the eastern part of New York State. This area includes 19 eastern districts and the Hudson Valley. Tech Valley is expected to expand and become a competitor to the Silicon Valley in California and Boston. Here, it specializes in manufacturing computer hardware, nanotechnology, integrated hardware, and biotechnology. In 2011, Global Forest, a leading sales company, moved its main headquarters from the Silicon Valley to Tech Valley. South California, the state of New York, is thriving to become a technology center of the world. As for the creative entertainment industry, New York City is known as the world's media capital and the largest media market in North America. The largest media corporations can be mentioned as CNN Global, NBC Universal, Fox Corporation, Warner Brothers, Discovery. All have their headquarters here, so the television industry is also developing. Among them, the four largest TV networks in the United States are ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. All have their main headquarters in New York. Many other famous TV channels also have their headquarters here. Some channels are very familiar to Vietnamese audiences, such as CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, or HBO. Publishing and printing industries are also very developed in New York. 4 out of 10 U.S. national newspapers have the largest number of publications and readers published in New York are the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the New York Daily News, the New York Post. In addition, there are many other newspapers such as Newsday, El Diario La Prensa. New York City has also been chosen as a setting for super controversies with the themes of disaster, war, or heroism. This is the center for making films and producing the second largest TV network in the United States, producing about 200 million films a year. The film production industry brings New York nearly 10 billion US dollars. New York State is the largest producer of agriculture in the United States. About a quarter of the state's area is farms and large farms. The main agricultural areas are in the Woodson Valley, the South Lake Ontario, and the Chaplin Lake area. This area is home to plants such as apples, peaches, plums, honey, dairy products, and beef, especially New York steak. New York State is also the largest producer of corn in the United States and is a large farm along the coast of the Atlantic and Long Island. The types of seafood caught and grown here are mainly clam, lobster, squid, and carp. As for transportation, this is one of the states with the largest and oldest infrastructure in the United States. Right from the 19th century, railways and railways were born to serve the public. Today, New York State is full of types of railways, waterways, railways, and airways. Among them, the New York City subway system is one of the oldest public transportation systems in the world. It has about 424 stations running and has a total length of 1,370 kilometers, covering all districts such as Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens. Due to its long history, this system is now outdated. This system serves 24 flights a year, serving millions of passengers per year. As for aviation, there are currently 162 airports in New York State. This is the busiest airport system in the world, serving millions of passengers a year. Among them, New York International Airport, or John F. Kennedy International Airport, is the busiest airport. There are more than 90 airlines in the world operating at this airport, with direct flights or transit to all over the world. As for education, New York State ranks 76th out of 50 states in the United States with more than 400 universities and colleges, including prestigious universities such as the University of New York, Cornell University, and Columbia University. New York State is definitely the place to get the best education. This is also where the top students in the world want to go to school. Currently, New York State is divided into 64 administrative units, including the capital city of Albany. This is where the top institutions are located and is the center of large and famous universities. In Albany, you'll be visited by the old city of Kinderhook, the home of the 8th President of the United States, Martin Van Buren. Currently, New York is a favorite destination, and New York City is everyone's dream city. New York City, or NYC, has an area of 778.2 square kilometers. This is also the center of New York's metropolis, with a population of about 8.6 million people. If you add the population of satellites in New York metropolis, it can reach more than 20 million people. This is the busiest and most populous city in the United States and the world. The GDP of the entire metropolis in 2021 is 1.6 trillion US dollars, second in the world after Tokyo metropolis. New York is the center of the world's economy, politics, education, tourism, and fashion. This place is also famous since the 1930s with the legendary picture of 11 construction workers sitting for lunch on a high-towered iron fence surpassing the height of the Rockefeller Tower. There are many opinions surrounding this picture. Despite this, it is always in the top 100 pictures that have an impact on history and is a symbol of the rise of the superpower in the world. The city of New York is also very famous for its I Love New York logo. This is a unique symbol that was advertised for the tourists of this state. It was born in 1977, was registered, and became a very famous cultural symbol for NYC in particular and the United States in general. This logo is printed on many items such as shirts, coats, hats. Until now, many cities around the world have used logos like this to advertise tourism. NYC is now divided into 5 districts, including Manhattan, a district with a high population density and the most buildings in the world. Manhattan itself is also divided into 2 areas. The first is Midtown Manhattan. This is the center of Manhattan. This area acts as the center of commerce and is home to many famous buildings. This is considered the largest center of commerce in the world and is home to the most valuable real estate and goods in the world. Most of the skyscrapers in NYC are concentrated here. Empire State is a building in the Midtown Manhattan area. This building was built in 1930 with a height of about 443.2 meters, including the antenna. It was once the tallest building in the world until the World Trade Center was built in 1970. Until 2022, Empire State was the 7th tallest building in NYC and the 9th tallest in the United States. This building was used as the setting for the famous movie Lava, a very famous building when it is connected to the movie Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and the former U.S. President Donald Trump. That is Trump Tower. This building has 58 floors, 202 meters high. It was built in 1979 and completed in 1983. In addition, the Trump Tower was used as the headquarters of the Trump Organization. In addition, it is also a combination of offices and penthouses for the Treasury. In the Midtown Manhattan area, there is Times Square. This place is known as the crossroads of the world. Anyone who visits New York City has to pass through this place. This has turned Times Square into one of the most bustling walking areas in the world. When there are nearly 400,000 passersby every day, the LED screens here never stop. On the 24th of July, all brands and celebrities want to appear on these LED screens. Famous brands are willing to pay millions of USD a year to be shown on such screens. In addition to the above buildings, the Midtown Manhattan area also has many other famous buildings, such as Central Park, United Nations headquarters, St. Patrick's Cathedral. The second area is Lower Manhattan, which is distinguished from Midtown Manhattan by the number 14. This is the third largest business area in the United States, after Midtown Manhattan and Chicago Loop. Lower Manhattan, along with Midtown Manhattan, has made New York City the capital of finance in the world. This area is famous for Foghorn, the world's largest financial center. Although it is just a small street, it is the birthplace of New York Stock Exchange. It is the largest stock exchange in the world, according to the market culture and many other important agencies, such as the New York Federal Reserve, the New World Trade Center. Foghorn is a symbol of the strength of the U.S. economy. The street is about 1 kilometer long and is the world's leading financial and stock exchange center. As soon as there are small changes here, the world economy will be in turmoil. This area, as well as New York City, on September 11, 2001, witnessed a series of terrorist attacks on the United States. The whole world panicked when a series of aircraft carrying passengers crashed into the 2 towers of the World Trade Center. Not long after, the 2 towers, a symbol of the strength of the U.S. economy, were about to collapse. A while later, the area was rebuilt and the World Trade Center was put into operation in 2014. This is the center of the new Foghorn, built on the ruins of the September 11th terrorist attack. This building consists of 104 floors, 541 meters high, next to Tower 1. The rest of the Foghorn area has been completed, including 5 other towers, a museum, and a memorial for the victims killed in September 11th. The National Memorial Museum September 11th includes 2 private buildings. The Memorial Hall is known for its splendor, reflection of the vastness, including 2 ponds surrounded by stone walls engraved the names of the victims. The building opened in 2011 and attracted millions of visitors every year. Another point that you certainly cannot miss is the Statue of Liberty. This is not only a symbol of New York, but also a symbol of the United States. The Statue of Liberty was designed by French architect Frédéric Bartholdi and built in 1886. This is a gift from the French to the United States and placed on Liberty Island, New York City. The 229-ton statue, 46 meters high, was designed by American architect Richard Moreton, 47 meters high, making the dome taller than the ground to 93 meters. If you travel to the U.S. to New York, you should take a commemorative photo of this statue. These are the things we learned about the New York statue. What do you think of this statue? Please leave your comments below. Goodbye and see you again.